Hi, good afternoon from the UK. I hope you're all blessed and having an amazing day. Well, the Abyss continues, isn't it? It was a period of just going from one place to another. Family members, friend members, everybody that could possibly be there was there. And the so-called earth angels who were supposedly the helpers. Things from my past came to the surface. I'll explain in a minute. Music was on constantly. I was being recorded. My head was hurting from the amount of recording they were trying to implement. And I think that if I had been easily recorded and had gone with the flow, it couldn't have been so severe and the abyss. But because I was just laughing at it and disagreeing and doing my own thing, obviously he was being made and spectacle, he was being laughed at in front of all the people that he's rolling. So he had to make sure that he kept me in check. So he had to have all the support around and be quite brutal and keep me in constant fear. We could be driving in the car. I wouldn't know where I would be going. If I drove, he would tell me off for not being a good driver, so he would have to drive. Sometimes he would just make this display of hands everywhere, and he would hit my eye or my face. I would have to be very, very careful, be very, very aware so I wouldn't get hit. And then he started taking me to place, and it could be any time in the morning or in the evening. Obviously, these were characters of this display of this movie that he was playing, and they were part of it. But at that time, I was very confused. I didn't know, so I was. How can we just go at 6 a.m. in the morning to somebody's place and just go and have breakfast, or at 1 a.m. in the night time, or whatever time it pleases for him to go somewhere? So there we were going everywhere. Remember that we went to his cousin's one, and they were all high smoking joint. When we were in, there was like some people joining the party, and they started playing music with subliminal messages about you being dark, blah blah blah, dark side nonsense. And I was just singing there, holy music. So I was quite annoyed because I had a dog, and the dog just wanted to come and say hi to people and be part of the party. He was just cast out, and that seemed to be the way they deal with their pets. They would have a pet, and the pet, it could be just cast out, not allowed to get in, which I found that quite sad. Um, After we left there, and they told me the story about that his cousin actually was supposed to go to prison, but the medics got to the blame for him because he was not strong enough, and then they had their argument. Then there was the female cousin who was really grumpy, really wanted out of the place, really nasty with the dog. It was not a very nice atmosphere. I honestly had enough. Then we ended up going to another place where there were young boys about 18, 21. And then they gave him a CD. We stopped in the middle of nowhere, the road. And they gave him a CD, and the CD had like sexual connotations. So the radio wouldn't play. So everything was on my favor, but then he would laugh at then, like saying, look, I'm in control, I'm the one doing that. I don't think he was the one doing that. His game wasn't being played, and he was getting very annoyed. Then suddenly two young boys came there, and they actually were, one was apparently his son, and the cousin, who began to chat me up. And I told him, I mean, are you aware that your son is chatting me up? This is just not normal. What I mean. A very handsome boy. They were emphasizing constantly that that the Matrix Scott looked like him. No, one was very handsome, one was quite ugly. There was no comparison. But very arrogant, and apparently he had lots of children. I think he was 21 around, and apparently they had to had a DNA test in order to prove that it was his son, because the mother was sleeping with different men at the time. The story is, well, the Mighty Scott had his son, six sons, plus the baby apparently was carrying, which I was informed they were twins. They were twins, a boy and a girl, Adam and Eve. I know. So anyway, yes, that I was pregnant in these people's house. They were telling the story about his son actually being taken by the police and being in custody due to some accusations about one of his girlfriends taking her life and maybe he being responsible, which he wasn't, and it got cleared up. But the Metris got really upset. Then finally, I was able to eat some food. They got a takeaway, and I was eating. And then I was called to the conservatory, and I was given a complete scenery. I was insulted by the Metris God, put down. I was in tears. No reason, no reason, simply because I disobeyed. Oh no, because I slapped somebody. I slapped somebody who was just rude and just gave them a slap. Just couldn't help, just came out. And he was just, how dare you slap somebody, blah, blah, blah. I couldn't wait to get out. And then we went to my favorite tree of the three of them. We kept on going then to we actually were kicked out, which was brilliant. And this one, I have to go back to when I was very young and I went to university for 6 months in France. And then in the school, there was a boy there, a French boy, that we helped each other, and we kind of had this fairy tale story that we fell in love. I was with somebody in Brighton, and I met somebody else in France. So I was dating a lot of people at the time, nothing seriously, but we were very fond of each other, especially myself. I was kind of in love with him, kind of fairy tale kind of a story. Well, there he was. So we went to this place, yeah, and this was this female with the partner, and there was the French guy that suddenly had turned British, black, and with locks, speaking French to me, and singing because one was a singer, so basically him. Anyway, I first sit down having a coffee with the female woman who explains to me the mimic story of she being raped and how unfair she's been treated. Basically, what happened to, I don't know, to Eve, basically, of the mimic your story and the unfairness of it to be like you. And then the other one was just decoding with the Matrix code, could feel my head, so it was very very quiet. And then I went to the French, who told me that obviously he was the French guy that we were in love. He was playing music, showing me his love. While the Matrix God was on the iPad programming, saying, "I'm the director, I'm in control. I can't believe you're flirting with her in front of me, but I know she's loyal to me, of course, and it's okay." Anyway, he was wearing lots of jewelry and lots of things like clothes, nice things. So I began, well, if you love me so much, I can have that. And then he gave me something. And then I can have that necklace. Oh, can you put it on me? I was just getting things. He was getting so grumpy. So grumpy. Anyway, after getting lots of things, the Matrix God decided to leave. We only went back there once more. And when we went, she just came out fuming, saying never to go there again. I said, thanks God, why doesn't anybody say that? So we just end everything here. And then I see the three of them coming out, going into a Mercedes, really brand new Mercedes, green color, absolutely beautiful. But what just cracked me up was the member plate. Yeah, it said something, "I'm the Holy One" or the Holy Chosen, something like that. Oh my God, that's so delusional. But anyway, after that, things, I get going every single well. Everybody wanted to start the game again. They were trying to, they got me into starting the game and maybe in activity again and the whole human race under control. That didn't happen. This is when the police became more involved. I was accused to even have coke in the car. I had to go to trial. I didn't show up. And then it is when I step into the darkest reality with the Matrix God, which is all the darkness was all that he fought, and I was there fighting with him. That's when I learned Kung Fu, the martial arts, but obviously he was an expert. But that will come, it's quite a big abyss. Obviously, I'm trying to keep the story as easy to understand and as short. And it will develop, and you'll understand how clueless but necessary this part of the journey was for what was to come. So anyway, I hope you're enjoying it. I'm doing a Q&A because some of you have been emailing me questions, and they're quite deep questions, and I was quite impressed of the level of questioning and the depth of some of the questions. You've also have been asking about Adam and myself. None of that is any of your business, even though you're my family and tribe. Is that honestly, I'm not saying this to not to answer. Is I haven't got a clue. I think Adam is just smartening up, and he's just playing the whole of us, yeah, for the fun of it. Whether if he's got feelings for me or not, I haven't got the slightest clue. Because I know he loves me very much. Do I have feelings from him? I haven't got a clue either at the moment. I'm just, looking for a kitten, which there is progress. I made a phone call. Today to a center here. I also sent an email to other places. Here I will get 2 kittens. I want a boy and a girl. And they're arranging a home visit. It's going to be via Zoom. And basically, they do have lots of kittens, but it's a massive waiting list. So they're assessing who's the best candidate. That'd be me. And then, but regardless of that, within the next 2 months, which I'm not planning to wait that long, there is going to be where all the mom kittens have the kittens, and there's going to be plenty to go. So anyway, I'm going to get 2 kittens, and I can't wait. It's Spade and Divinity, so it's amazing. So that's what I'm waiting for, my babies. And the Wizard's Gate we had, we had 2 babies, yeah. So yeah, that said, I'm also planning to do a video of a very special subject of mine, aliens. We've got Adam as the expert. I have told him we need to, and I'm serious about that. I need to go to Area 51. If anybody wants to come, welcome for the adventure and take some photos. I'm so drawn about those places, and I have no fear. I'm getting there. Have one of my tea parties with the aliens. Yay! That's so fun. I might take Adam. Depends how he does on the date. So anyway, I did a lot of research. Aliens. I actually had clients who had dealings with aliens, and they were not lying. So I've got a lot to say about the subject. What else? Oh yes, this is regarding. Please don't be offended. This is about the aesthetic of the Wizard's Gate. I like perfection as an artist. I'm connected to the source and the queen soon of the universe and the voice. I like this pretty, and I've noticed that some of you on your profile picture, you simply just cannot be bothered. It's just whatever comes up for things in the morning. Oh, photo. No. You need to look professional. No need to look like a clown. No need to put too much makeup. You can see a difference on the professional and non-professional photos. Ones are more shiny, the ones more on the background. So I like you to just help me out here. I don't want to block more people. Yes, a smiley. Nobody wears a crown. For me. But you can wear whatever other accessories, you want to wear necklaces, whatever, Harry Potter glasses. The thing is that you can do whatever you want as long as you look amazing and fit for the gate. So I just mentioned that. Loving you unconditional. Please do keep watching the Abyss. I am as perplexed and mesmerized about what Adam is doing. I mean, God knows, I know how my dad and the Source, and they might have teamed up with him and Kai, love winding me up. So they might think that the 4 of them can overthrow me here, my fan. Bring it on. As I said, throw me to the wolves, guys, and I'll lead the pack. All of you. Source or no source. And I've got the Matrix. Go behind the Matrix. And you know, you're good friends. So not a fucking chance. I didn't get on. Love challenges. I thrive on them. So guys, till next time. Loving you all unconditionally. Goodbye.